back in the day, making $100,000 in Raleigh felt like you were living the gold standard life, but is it enough to live off of and make a move to Raleigh now with a $100,000 income? Stay tuned to find out.
All right, so the scenario is a family of four making $100,000, and is it too expensive to live in Raleigh with that salary? So obviously out of the $100,000, you're gonna have taxes come out of that. So let's say estimated around $18,000 or so worth of taxes. That's state, that's federal, all coming out of the paycheck, which gives you on a monthly basis about a little over $6,700 per month that you have to spend. So the biggest expense you're gonna have in our region is obviously gonna be your mortgage payment. So we looped in one of our preferred lenders and we're like, hey, if it's a $600,000 house, which is a pretty average house in the Raleigh area.
Single family house.
Single family. Well, I mean, it could be town, it could be anything, but yeah.
But your average townhouse is gonna be a lot less.
Yeah, it would be. But let's say you're in the market for a single family home, $600,000 budget, you're putting 20% down with today's rates. He kicked out for a mortgage payment. Now this includes insurance and tax, $3,475. And that's gonna be your average payment. So that's like half already of your take home pay, which is a pretty big chunk. If you live in an HOA, most people do, let's say the average HOA is about $100. Single family, that's gonna be kind of on the higher end, but let's just say that's what it is. And that obviously brings you over $3,500.
Yes. So we're not start off to a great start with how much money you have left in your pocket.
Yeah.
Raleigh is a sprawling area, and that means to get anywhere, you are probably looking at a car ride. So to think you were gonna move to this area and not need a car is probably a mistake. And because of just the times we're living in, cars are not cheap anymore. And so when you're looking at one or two people moving to the area, at least one of you had a car payment still. Yep. The average today for a used car is $530 a month in payment, and a new car is over $7,000. So we're just taking, I know, it's a mortgage payment of its own. It really is. And so we're just gonna kind of go in the middle there and say it's $650. So you might be looking at about $650 a month in your car payment.
Yeah, and then obviously if you are a family of four, you probably have two vehicles. We're just assuming one of those still has a loan on it. But you're still gonna need insurance on both, and the average insurance in North Carolina is about $150 per month per car, which I think is exactly what ours is. I really do. I think ours is exactly like $150. So that's gonna add another $300 a month to the bill.
It feels like we used to be able to spend like $600 a month on groceries at the store, but ever since COVID, it's been just like blown out of the water. Feels like the grocery store is where you go to watch all of your hard-earned saved money for your vacation go to die, where you can buy things that your toddler doesn't like and throws on the floor. But on average, according to the Dave Ramsey website, an average family of four is spending between $1,000 and $1,600 a month on groceries alone. So let's just say you're maybe falling to the average there around like $1,250. And obviously this is all relative. Like some people are gonna shop at Aldi and some people are gonna shop at—
You can save a lot of money at Aldi.
Yeah.
Aldi's insanely cheap compared,
like, how
it's
is
like,
it so
it's
cheap?
pretty wild.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But you know, it all depends on, obviously, a lot of people are gonna be coming in the comments like, I can feed my family for so much less. Obviously, some people are gonna spend more if you're getting all organic or pasture-raised beef and things like that than if you're buying like more budget conscious things. But $1,250 is just our range. You know your own grocery budget.
And by the way, if you're interested in where you think your budget will work the best in our region, make sure to reach out to us. Our contact info is below. We have conversations with folks on a weekly basis about that, and we'd love to have a conversation with you. So you have the house, you have the groceries, now you gotta power the lights and the refrigerator to keep those groceries cool. So utilities in the Raleigh area are gonna cost you about $400 a month. And when we talk about utilities, we're talking about your power bill, we're talking about your gas bill, if you have gas, we're talking about your water bill, if you're on city water, city sewer, and we're also talking about your internet. And obviously this is gonna fluctuate quite a bit based on your lifestyle. So maybe you're like me, and in the summer, you like to keep the house at like no higher than 70 degrees, or you're like Cindy and you would want to keep your house at 80 degrees in the summer. Obviously, your bills are going to fluctuate substantially based on your lifestyle, but I think that's a pretty good estimate for what it's going to cost for gas, electric, water, and internet in our area. So now at the end of all those, you're left with a little less than $1,000 per month for, I guess, what you call like discretionary spending.
Or needs like gas.
Things like gas, yeah. Discretionary is probably not the right word. Gas, or maybe you need childcare, right? Like the scenario, maybe your family that needs childcare or whatever that is. Obviously, there's a lot of different scenarios. Like you can't do a cost of living video and run every different scenario for every single person. But those are the big expenses minus the childcare aspect of it.
Yeah, for sure. So is $100,000 enough to move to Raleigh? Not in the circumstances that we laid out, but it is enough if you're looking at housing that is obviously less than $600,000. Maybe both of your cars are paid off. Maybe you are an Aldi shopper and not a Whole Foods shopper, different things like that. Like it can work, obviously, and not every house is gonna cost $600,000. That's just like an average for single family, cheaper parts of the triangle than Raleigh, right? So you can definitely come. I feel like, if you could find a house in the fours, you can definitely make that $100,000 budget work.
And here's also the important thing to know. So the median household income in Wake County, which is where Raleigh's located, is $101,000. So that means the median family is making that household income work. So it's absolutely possible. Like Cindy said, it's just tweaking a couple scenarios here or there to make that work. But it's definitely, $100,000 isn't what it used to be either. And if you made it this far in the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We do videos like this on a weekly basis. And also we're local real estate agents. So if you are looking to buy or sell, we'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can find our contact info below. Yep,
and we'd also love to have you follow along over on Instagram, and you can message us there too. You can find us at the Honeycutt Realtors, and we would love to say hey over there.
Yep, for sure. We'll see y'all next time.